Football is massive. We all know that. 32 million people watched England beat Germany in 1966 to win the World Cup. That's just in the UK alone. 6 billion people, FIFA tell us, will be watching the World Cup in North America over the coming weeks. In the capital cities of those winning teams, the winning team who wins that World Cup, there will be hundreds of thousands of people celebrating in the streets. Football is massive. It's the people's game. But it wasn't always like that. If you go back to 1870s, the FA Cup was the preserve of the upper class, the posh boys. Only 200 people reportedly turned up for the 1873 Cup final. Attendances were very low. It was played by posh boys. It was watched by upper class people. It wasn't the people's game. So how did we get from 200 to 6 billion? Well, hopefully historians like Graham Curry, where is he, will agree with me when I tell you it's the 1883 FA Cup final. A bunch of working class lads, mill workers, factory workers from Blackburn had the audacity to believe that they could be as successful as clubs like the Wanderers, Old Etonians, Oxford University, and they went down to the FA Cup final at the Kennington Oval and they beat the Old Etonians, and they smashed through the belief, the psychological barrier that ordinary people could be successful in football. After that, crowds rocketed. Jack Hunter was born right there in the middle of this road. Number 4, Crooks. There was a house there at the time, believe me. This is number 3. He was born there. Jack Hunter, fantastic genius footballer. Everybody wanted him to play on his side. He was captain of his city. He played for 20 clubs. He was captain of his country in 1881. He played for England while he was playing for Healy. Great footballer, but he was working class. He made knives. He had to be paid to play 4 times a week. Unfortunately, that was deeply frowned upon in Sheffield at the time, and he had to leave. We won't go into the details, but he left to go over the hills to Lancashire, to Blackburn. And it was Hunter, while he was at Blackburn, that engineered that historic, earth-shattering moment in football history to create the people's game. Hunter was the coach, he was the player. He took the expertise, the passing game from Sheffield over the hills to create that historic moment. I've only got 2 minutes, but I believe, arguably, Jack Hunter is probably the most important person who ever left Sheffield. Probably. You might argue Harry Brearley and stainless steel, but if you think of the impact, 6 billion people now celebrate football. It's their game. He was the father of the people's game. Where's the statue? One day we will have a statue, but for now we have a blue plaque. So it's a great occasion today, great civic pride that the people of Sheffield and from afar are coming to celebrate this blue plaque. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sheffield's Jack Hunter.
Yay!